Kyle, huge congratulations on the new deal. What's your overriding feeling having signed this new contract?
No, I'm absolutely delighted. For me, my family, for everyone that's put in the hard work to get me here and to represent this fantastic club for definitely another 2 more seasons, hopefully many more. It's a real honour. This
is your 7th season at City. It's been a hugely successful period for you. What were the main factors that convinced you to stay for a little bit longer?
It's the team. It's the team. I think that in this team there's something special. Obviously, just coming back off an amazing high of last season in winning the treble and finally getting the Champions League, which is the one trophy that we didn't have as a group and as collectively. I wanted to go and do it again. I wanted, the lads have got that hunger again to go and achieve something really special again this season, fingers crossed. So I wanted to be a part of it and I didn't want to miss out in that.
You mentioned it there. This is a very special group of players. The trophies that we've won tells everybody that. What do you think are if you had to pinpoint the main reasons and the main factors as to what makes this group special? What do you think those are?
I think it starts from the top with the manager and his hunger and drive to make sure that not just every Saturday when we turn up and play a football game, or if it's in a midweek, it's every training session. You need to be at 100%, and I think that starts from him, and then it's down to us senior members of the team that need to try and make sure that the lads are probably going off of what he believes in, and make sure that we're drumming that into him, day in, day out, that we need to keep these standards. We've set the standards that we have since I joined the club 7 years ago, and I don't think that we fell off. Obviously, we've not gone and won a Premier League in one of them seasons, but I still thought that we did well. We just was unfortunate that it was a very good Liverpool team that ran away with it that season. So, listen, we've set the bar, we've set the standards, and we need to just keep working on that and keep getting better if we can do, and which we need to do.
When you came to City from Tottenham, I think everyone sort of considered you to be one of the best fullbacks in English football, but I would say now it's widely accepted that you're the best right back in the game. How do you feel your game has developed during that period that you've spent here in Manchester?
I think it's just matured. I think with age, with experiences, on the field, with the different scenarios that you face, different occasions, whether that be, obviously when I signed from Tottenham, I hadn't won anything. I played in a lot of finals, but to get over the line, we found it difficult. So when you get over that line with the players that I still remember the day at Arsenal, at Wembley against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and you're looking around and you've got Aguero, you've got Silva, you've got Company, and lo and behold, these 3 players step up and score the goal, which then goes and wins my first trophy. So hopefully now, the younger players like your Ricos, Joscos that haven't gone on and, clinched something can look at me and Kevin like I looked at, David, Company and Aguero, and they look at us and say, well, they've got over the line so many times, they'll be the players to get us over that line again.
You get to work with Pep every day. He's got an amazing backroom team. The medical guys here are amazing. Our nutritionists. All of that setup at City is really strong. Just explain to me how that helps a professional footballer be at their optimum every single time they go out on the field.
Well, we have no excuses. Everything that we have here, the facilities, as you just said, from the chefs to the laundry, to the kit men, to the nutritionists, it's all top. So if they're providing what they can do, all at the very best, it gives us no excuse to go out and perform at our very best. There's no excuses, and we should demand that from us as a group of players, that this club and this organisation has brought in the very best of of their category, what they can do. So we just need to make sure that we're turning up every game day, putting them 3 points on the board and moving on to the next one.
You've been wearing the captain's armband in pre-season and throughout our early games so far this season. Is that a big source of pride for you to captain this amazing team?
It's an honour to have that armband of some of the players that have wore it in the past, which are a few names I've just mentioned there, and then to obviously off the back of a treble-winning season to then go and captain the club for the first time and win a Super Cup. It was I felt very proud of myself. But again, you know, the vote's going to come in, and the lads will determine who they want, you know, to be their captain for the foreseeable season. And you know, I wish whoever it is, you know, all the success. Hopefully it's me, but we'll see what happens there.
You've won 15 major trophies at City and you're close to 300 appearances. If we go back, rewind 7 years to when you came here, did you honestly, hand on heart, could you have ever imagined that this would be sat here today with those numbers?
No, definitely not. One Premier League would have been more than enough. But then once we achieved one Premier League in the way that we achieved the Premier League with the 100 points, I knew that we needed more, and I knew that we should get more. So I'm very honoured and, you know, very lucky to have been a part of this, you know, great team for this amount of years, and, you know, a further 2 more years now where hopefully we can pick up more silverware.
There are plenty of young talent coming into the first team from our academy. We seem to be producing a very high quality type of player now through our academy system. As somebody who knows the game inside out like you do, what's your assessment of kind of the level of these kids who are coming into the first team setup?
It's getting better and better. I think it's full, you know, credit to the youth system and how they're nurturing and bringing these players through. You know, Rico Lewis, when I first joined here, there was Phil and Brahim Diaz, 2 17-year-old kids basically, training with the first team. And from leaving Tottenham, where they had exceptional talent down there, to then come here and see them two, it was like, what are they doing wrong down there? But they wasn't actually not doing anything wrong. It's just we had 2 gems in the team there at that precise moment in time. And thankfully enough, City keep producing these gems, and we need to, you know, keep it going, because that gives us the hunger, because they're on our toes, they're biting at our heels and making sure that we, you know, put in the performances that we have been doing over the years.
I must ask you as well about the treble-winning season. It's the first chance we've had to speak to you properly about that. Obviously, amazing, remarkable. Has it sunk in yet, and the gravity and the size of the achievement that you were part of? Do you really recognise that at this point?
Yeah, definitely now. Even when people come up to you in the streets, or as I was just saying in the interview before, I played golf up in Scotland after the game at Loch Lomond, and there was a Man City fan there, and he's come up and just said, you know, I just want to say thank you and how proud I am. You know, all my friends work in London, and I'm from London, and you know, the Tottenham or Arsenal fans or something like that. But you know, for what you guys went on and achieved last season, you know, he just said thanks, and you could see what it actually meant to him then. And you know, little moments like that, he didn't have to come up to me and, you know, say thank you. He could have come up and just did what 99% of the other people and say, can I have a picture, and that'd be it. But to show the appreciation for what we're doing, you know, that's when it really hits home and it means a lot.
What's the biggest challenge then, do you think, for a team who were right at the very top of the game, you know, we're having huge success? What is there a danger? Is it complacency? I mean, that won't happen here, but how do we maintain our position at the top, basically?
We've got to demand that. Us captains have got to demand that from, you know, the same squad again in the new additions. You know, we've set the bar, and each year it's like, well, how do you get better? How do we get better? And we seem to be doing that each year. Now we've probably gone to the top of the top, where to stay there is only down, because are we going to go and win a treble again? Who knows? You know, we could do, but the odds on say that we're not going to. But we need to make sure that we're there competing to the later stages in all competitions and fighting for the silverware. Then when you get to, you know, the later stages with the semi-finals, the finals, then you can start dreaming and having a little bit of hope. But I think one thing that we've done really well here is we take one game at a time. We take one game at a time, chalk that off, get the 3 points and move on to the next one. We don't plan for the future. We plan for the present, and the present starts on Saturday against West Ham, where we've had a perfect start, but we want to continue that now.
You mentioned the incomings there. We've also lost a few key players. Yeah. We do this every summer. We rejig the squad. What's your assessment of the way we're shaping up at this point?
No, the players that we lost are, my good gosh, what great players. Obviously Gundo, even Cole, you know, to see the talent and mark him. He's difficult and he's going to be some hell of a player. Riyad is proved for many years just what he can do and his qualities. But I feel that the players that we've brought in with Josko is a Rolls Royce of a centre-back at the age that he has and the quality that he shows on the ball. With the manager, I feel the world's his oyster, basically. Cover, he's won 4 Champions Leagues. What more do I say? He's not inexperienced. He's been in these high-pressure games before, so I feel that he can add something where he's won it and he's won it again. So we haven't done that. So he can bring his experience, you know, to that front. I think Mateus, where I've seen him at Old Trafford when Man United played Wolves, and I said to Bernardo and Ruben, flipping hell, this guy's all right. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, he was in the building. So I feel that it's been a great transfer window. I feel that we've got the positions and the players in the right areas that we needed. And then Jeremy, obviously, quick, raw, with, you know, Pep's guidance again. And, you know, sharpening up on a few certain things which he probably knows that he needs to bring to his game. I think it's going to be fantastic and a great season for, you know, all of them, and hopefully as a team, as a collective.
Exciting times ahead. Well, Kyle, this is great news. The City fans are going to be buzzing with this. Congratulations once again, and good luck for the rest of your time here.
Cheers. Thank you ever so much. Cheers.